Whew. I like to start my day with some raw milk, you know? 2 cups raw milk. Some good shit. I don't know what it is, right? The milk just feels like it's good for you. Especially when you know raw milk is good for you. It's like even better. It's even better for the mind, you know? So I woke up at like 9 p.m. I went to bed at like 2 p.m. Woke up at 9 p.m. Yeah, it's currently 9:46. Just had a shower. Did some like check my emails, do my text a bit. I kind of do that as well. Like I think like I feel like a lot of people think they have to like get up in the mornings and just like do a ton of stuff. But I really just like laid in bed for like 30 minutes. I was just on my phone, like going through messages, going through emails, and that's fine. Like it doesn't matter if I get up or and come downstairs and do the same thing or lay in bed and do it. Like it doesn't make no difference to the task at hand being done, right? I always like to check everything as soon as I wake up, my texts, my emails, see what's going on in the world of this this business. And yeah, I just would prefer to do the lead in bed, you know. Some days I'll get up straight away, but most days I do just stay in bed for, like, I wake up and lie in bed for 30 minutes and go on my phone. Like, sue me, do you know what I mean? Like, is that so criminal? Like, everyone's just like, has this super, like, you have to get up like straight away and do an ice bath, and you have to get up and like make your bed. And bro, I haven't made my bed. I can't remember the last time I made my bed. I'll sometimes make it random, but fucking hell, like, it's not really a top priority. Like, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't affect how much money I'm gonna make. People seem to think like that. Like, I don't know, I think again it's just all this bullshit stuff that people give themselves of like, you gotta do this in the morning if you want to be successful. And it just goes back to that morning routine thing I talked about yesterday. Like, it's just, in my opinion, it's just a load of bullshit. It is really just a load of bullshit. Like, why can't I wake up and lie in bed for 30 minutes checking my phone? Is that really like an unhealthy habit? Because again, I've got to do that stuff I'm doing regardless. It's not like I'm on my phone fucking, you know, playing games, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing the shit that needs to get done, just spending the first half hour a day in bed doing them. And I'm pretty sure Winston Churchill used to do the same thing, actually. Like, Winston Churchill used to spend the first 2 hours of his day, or first 90 minutes of his day in bed, going through his emails, and he wouldn't get up for the first 90 minutes. And, you know, I kind of fuck with it. Like, I think that feels right for me. And so, yeah, just like, if that's something that you feel like, the reason I'm saying this is because I don't want you to feel guilty if that's what you do and you think like all these entrepreneurs that are successful would never stay in bed for half hour. As soon as they wake up, they jump out of bed, run downstairs, do an ice bath, do a cold plunge, do a sauna, go to the gym. Like, bro, it's not that deep. Like, as long as you do the tasks at hand, fuck. As long as you do the task at hand, that's all that really matters. Like, obviously, if you're gonna lie in bed and do nothing and just waste time, then yeah, fair enough. Like, what the fuck you doing? Get up and do some shit. But I mean, you kind of get where I'm coming from. I just think people overcomplicate everything massively, and that brings me to my point of, I think everyone wants to think it's harder than what it actually is, and everyone thinks there's a secret to becoming successful and to making money. But really, it's just about doing the stuff that you know you should be doing over a long enough time horizon, day in, day out. And if you do that for long enough, you'll just inevitably start to succeed. But you've got to be willing to not see any instantaneous return, and you've got to be willing to not see any instantaneous results from the get-go. And that's going to be like that for a while, and that's okay, and that's what it is. Like, that's what entrepreneurship is. Like, if you're expecting to see results straight away, you're playing the wrong game, like, and you're not going to win. So, yeah, that's like my take. I just think that people overcomplicate this stuff. But this is my morning coffee, and it's not even the morning. It's currently 9:50 p.m. and I've been awake for like an hour. But I've got a ton of stuff to do today. I've got a big checklist. I usually do my days in an ABCDE checklist. So what the ABCD checklist is, you do the A's first, and because they're the most important, they're the highest priority. Then once you've done the A's, you go to the B's. So the B's, anything that's listed, any task that's listed in the B list, you do that after the A's, and those two must be done. You must do everything in the A's and B's to have a successful day. Then you have the C's, and then the C's are like, it would be nice to get this done, but if I don't feel like doing it, or if I don't want to do it, or if I feel like I've already, like, if the A's and B's have like literally taken up the entire day to where like there's no way I could fit the C's in, then great. If you finish the A's and B's like fast within a good amount of time, and you've still got a ton of time left for your day and you don't know what to do, then yeah, you can get on with the C's, but the C's don't have to be done. Then you go to the D's. Anything in the D list, that means you should delegate it because it's not worth your time. And then you have the E's. Anything in the E list, you know, not that important, eliminate it. You shouldn't really, you probably wrote it down and then realized, oh, I don't actually need to do this anymore, or I could like this is just pointless, like there's just no need for me to do this. When I wrote this down, I was, you know, I had something else going or wherever, right? So the E list is the stuff that's not important at all, and you just eliminate it. So that's how I like to run my day. I like to run my day off an ABCDE list. I forgot where I got it from, the concept. I think it's from like Brian Tracy, I think, is the guy that does this stuff. I can't really remember, but I think it's Brian Tracy. And yeah, I've tried a bunch of things. I've tried like the Asana task management, where you have like the priority lists and stuff, like task, not really for me. Just kind of not efficient. Like you've got the fact that I've got to load up Asana all the time to just look at what I'm doing. I'd rather just have it in my notes on my phone, and that's why I have my ABCD list. But I've also tried like the other stuff, like prioritizing stuff. So like having the priority list where you have like category, like high priority, medium priority, low priority, and you have like urgent, stuff like that. I've tried that as well. But I would just prefer the ABCD list. Just makes more sense in my head. But I think you do definitely need some type of list. And I always plan my days out the night before, or the morning before, depending on what my sleep schedule's like. But the reason I woke up at 9 p.m. today is because I'm trying to I want to start waking up a bit earlier. And I fucked my sleeping pattern over like Christmas and the New Year because I was minding my dog and stuff. So like I just had my sleeping pattern kind of got fucked. Not that I have like a solid sleeping pattern, but I like to try and maintain like waking up between like, you know, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. And once it starts to go past 10 a.m., I'm not really in the vibe. Don't get me wrong, there's periods in my life where I'm literally waking up at like fucking like 3, 4 p.m. daily for like weeks on end. But I don't want to do that for winter because it gets dark early, and I'm not a fan of waking up in the dark. So like yesterday, I just tried to stay awake as long as possible. And yeah, I try to stay awake as long as possible. And so now I'm going to do the same again today. And then tomorrow and the next day, hopefully my sleep pattern will start to reset, and I'll be waking up at like 5 a.m. again. So yeah, and then we're just going to try and keep it within that range of like 5 to 10 a.m. And not let it dip past that, because otherwise you just barely see any daylight, because like it literally gets dark at like 3 p.m. now in the UK, and then it stays dark until 8 a.m. So 3 p.m. till 8 a.m., which is just like crazy. And I don't fuck with it, so I don't want to feel like I'm in the bat cave. And so that's my plan. I don't think there's any kitchen roll left. Oh, fuck. Well, I think we're going to have to do a co-op run. There's a co-op 4 minutes away. It's the only thing near us because we literally live in the middle of nowhere, but luckily there's somehow just a co-op that's like spawned in. So, yeah, that's going to have to be something. Oh shit, it's 9 p.m. I woke up late. I can't do a co-op run. Co-op shut. Fuck. Fuck. That's crazy. Yeah, my plan right now, this is what I usually like to do, is make a coffee first thing, sit down, look at my list, see what needs to be done, and then just start attacking that list and get that done. So now I'm just going to sit down, enjoy my coffee, do a little bit of work, do some hiring posts for Instagram, and just get back to a couple of my messages. Well, now let's go and get my ABCDE list done on the whiteboard and show you guys my thought process about how I attack my list. Yeah. So this is my ABCDE list, right? This is where I work off every single day. I just find it easier to plan my days out doing this. Now usually I just plan them out on my phone sometimes, and sometimes I work off my phone. But for the purpose of this video, we're using the whiteboard. I usually plan out my days the night before. So on my phone, I have the list there, and I just plan my day out the night before, right? Now, how the ABCDE list works is the A's is the stuff that's like highest priority, the stuff that you have to do. Then the B's is what you do after the A's, and the A's and the B's are the non-negotiables, right? You've got to do all these to have a successful day, right? If you don't do the A's and B's, then you haven't really had a successful day, unless, you know, there's some crazy scenario that something comes up, right? But this I need to do for my mental clarity, otherwise I start to have negative self-talk of like, you could have done that and you didn't, right? Now, sometimes I do overshoot, and sometimes I do think I can accomplish more than what I can in a day, and that sometimes you have got to check yourself. If you feel like you've had a productive day and you've done everything you possibly can, and you haven't managed to do the A's and B's, then, you know, that's not, you know, you still give yourself some credit, but you realistically always want to get the A's and the B's done, and you, like, all the A's realistically are non-negotiables, right? Then, if you manage to do the A's and the B's, the C's are like, would be nice to get done. So like, you know, it would be, once you've done the A's and the B's, the C's are like additional bonuses, right? Like if you get the C's done as well, like phenomenal day, right? But these don't have to be done. Like if your entire day, you do all these and then now it's like time to go to bed and you haven't done the C's, that's fine. C's are just like, if you can manage to do the C's in after you've done the A's and B's, phenomenal. If not, don't worry. D's is everything that you need to delegate, right? So stuff that has come up that you haven't got the time to do, that you would rather delegate, that's not high leverage for you, right? And then the E's would be stuff that you've maybe thought of and wrote down that are not important and you don't need to do them, so therefore you eliminate them, right? Usually I don't use these, I've got nothing in there, but that's the ABCD task list and how it works. So as you can see today, we've got YouTube video daily, because obviously I'm doing a YouTube video every single day for the next 365 days. Hire setters, I got to look through all my, I've been putting out job applications for appointment setters, so I've got to look through them today and reach out to some people. Got to look over a loom I've got from Hasim and Casey about like ads and about setters as well. I've got to go over a recording of a call I had with a mentor. I've got to start planning out my webinar. I've got to make an IG partnership post. This could probably be moved into B, actually. This is not that important to do today. This could be C, sorry. I'm just going to put that in C at the minute. Then I've got to read emails from my copywriter, Hugh, because we're starting to provide a ton of value on emails now. We just want to give a ton of value on emails. So if you're not signed up to the email list, I would highly suggest signing up to the email list. I'll leave a link in the description. Every single day, I'm just like really like getting with my copywriter, planning what we can do and telling him like what I've experienced for that day, and he's making some stories out of it, right? Then post content daily, so I want to post content every single day. Obviously YouTube is a non-negotiable, but I want to try and post some other type of piece of content every day as well. Now, once we've done all the A's, the highest priority, then we got the B's, right? So I got to do an offer roadmap for my senior advisors. I've got to ideate, script, and film some short form content. And then this is just a little idea I've got, like this biz model will explode in 2024. Got to write my goals down for the year. Find raw footage for my editor Casper. I've got to add to my Inner Circle program. I've got to build out my subscription-based offer. I've got to find UK podcasts. Then in my C, I got plan a model trip, look at crypto, go over my call with Christopher Claflin, create and film new ads, record more sales assets, and go through GCP, which is a program that I bought recently. Delegate Bumblebot, go delegate that to Jack. Set an appointment with a big model who reached out to us, give that to Dean. Get house cleaners, give that to my assistant. Follow up with accountant, give that to my assistant. E, nothing left. So I'm going to start going through these now and just smashing the day, really. It's late as fuck, so I woke up super late, but yeah, we'll just try and get all this shit done. What I'm actually doing right now is I am building like the ChatGPT prompt builders. I want to create a storyteller and I want to create a YouTube strategist or strategist, however you want to say it. Just someone that can, like, you know, help me with my content, right? So I've been building the storyteller for a while. Now I've just added some more stuff to optimize it. What I've done is, here are the elements of a great storyteller. 1, create anticipation. 2, build curiosity. 3, details. 4, ebbs and flow of your speech and volume. 5, involvement. Then I've got 6, energy, timing, paint a picture, imagination and visualization, show feelings, body language, climax, aka the lesson given. Then I've said, here's when stories are effective. Moments of tension, when they have moments of tension. When nothing else works, validate your point, selling, raising hands, coaching, leadership development. And I have also told her, here are the 5 types of storytellers. Those who persuade, those who inspire, those who launch revolutions and movements, those who tap into your potential, and those who manipulate, aka con artist, right? So I've added that, and now I'm just gonna, whenever I'm coming up with YouTube ideas and I want a rough storyline, because, you know, ChatGPT is not too amazing at coming up with like scripts, because it is very AI, but to come up with like rough frameworks, I would use this storyteller, and he's really solid. And then the YouTube strategist is just something I tried making just to see if it works. Pretty much the point of it is to help me with thumbnails, titles, and ideas. But I actually use a lot of other stuff for that as well. Like creator hooks is really good for titles, and just looking at like what videos are doing well within your niche. vidIQ is also really solid. So I mainly use these a lot, but I do utilize AI as well. But these two are probably my most used tools other than that. So I'm going to take a look at these. I'm literally just going to get stuck into coming up with a bunch of different YouTube ideas. And then I'll roughly start together frameworks, start to like roughly script some, and then just go from there. Once I've done that, I will look to hire some appointment setters. I've already organized them in the maybes and the yeses, and the other ones are just going to be straight no's. So we've got a couple of yeses to actually take part in the training and vet them on a legitimate call, and then the others are going to be the maybe pile, which I'm just unsure of yet. So that's the first 2 things I need to knock off. Is I need to come up with this YouTube video idea. I need to film some type of YouTube video today. I'm either going to put this one up today that you're watching right now, or I'm going to put another one up. I do want to help a lot of people out and do a how to start an OnlyFans management agency from scratch in 2024, like with updated strategies. So I do want to release that soon. So you might be seeing that after this, or you might be seeing it before this. But regardless, if you're seeing it before, then it should be up tomorrow or the next day. And if you're seeing it after, then make sure you go and watch it if it's out. But other than that, I'm just gonna get to work and do a bunch of stuff. I've got a ton of stuff to do. I've got to read some emails. I've got to go over the looms. I've got to do a ton of different things. So yeah, I'm just gonna get to work for a bit, and yeah. So right now I'm in the ideation process, just coming up with video ideas, looking at competitors, and you know, operating on that Steal Like an Artist vibe, making that better. If you haven't read that book, Steal Like an Artist, I'd highly recommend. Right now I'm just on Trello, coming up with video titles, and the best YouTubers actually create the ideas, thumbnails and titles first before the video. So a lot of people have the mistake of like, oh, I gotta create the video first, and then just come up with a thumbnail on the fly. But the best YouTubers actually create the thumbnail, title, and idea first. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just recreating all my old thumbnails, and just trying to see if I can get any of my old videos to get back in the algorithm by updating the thumbnail. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I outsourced like pretty much all my thumbnails to just like cheap Fiverr artists just to get something up, and I wasn't really taking YouTube serious. So tonight I just thought, let me take it into my own hands. I really enjoy the creative process of graphic design and creating thumbnails anyway, so I was like, I'm just gonna do this. I have fun doing this. So I just went and created a bunch of thumbnails. I've sort of came up with a channel theme that I want to stick to. This me literally taking pictures of the thumbnails. As you can see, I'm literally doing this on the fly. So yeah, I just wanted to come up with some really cool thumbnails that had a high contrast, that would stick out and be like, you know, if you see that video, it's like, oh, that's Dylan's video. So I re-updated all my old thumbnails, well, pretty much all of them. And this is like the theme that I'm going to stick to moving forward. But these episodes, no filter, is just going to be a basic ass thumbnail, because that's the point, no filter. So now we've checked off parts of the list. Still got quite a lot to do. Today might be one of those days where I really overestimated what I can do in a day, and I might not even get my A and B's done, which it is what it is. But YouTube video is done. Hiring setters is done. Not done. Obviously this is relevant. This is also not done, and this is done. So where else have we done? We have done this. I don't know why I'm ticking in red. It's the first thing I grabbed. This is done. This is also done. Okay, so we've done some things. We still got quite a lot. So I think I might actually be able to get everything done, to be fair. We've still got a long portion of the day left. It is currently, I want to say, let's have a look. I don't even know. It is currently 10:25 a.m. So what I'm thinking is now we're going to go and do a little co-op run. Then get some essentials, and then come back and just smash the rest of the list off and check it all off. There's probably going to be a couple of things I'm not going to be able to do, but I can make a start. So that's all that matters. Now I need to find my car keys, and I also need a drink first. Well, hello there. What are you guys doing in my fridge? God, silly you. I'm just getting a drink. What are you like? That was fucking cringe. What am I doing? There she blows. Duty calls. Whoa. I've not found the optimal camera setup for the whip yet, so this has to do for now. I do need to get my car looked at. Just had something come up saying something to do with the battery. Also need my front brakes, brake discs done. Also need my back brake discs done. Not exactly the cheapest thing on these cars. I think they're about 1.6k for the front two, 1.6k for the back two maybe. I might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're not the cheapest things. But it is what it is. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Also, like before the new year, I kind of just like really let off the gas, and I think it was like one of the best things I did. So maybe this is like insightful for a lot of you guys, but I'm like this person that never like always feels guilty if they're not working. Like I can't switch off. I'm not like a regular person. Like I can't watch films. I can't play games. Like I just can't do any of like the stuff that is like, you know, escapism stuff that people enjoy and love to do, because it just makes me feel really guilty, and I feel like I'm doing a disservice to my future self and a disservice to my goals and who I'm meant to be. And as like messed up as that sounds, maybe you don't resonate, but like it's just very hard for my brain to switch off. Like when I go out, which is very rare, like if I go to the club, which is very rare, but let's just say when I was, let's just say last time I was in Mykonos and stuff like that, right? Constantly, like I'm just thinking in the club, like I can't be in the moment, and it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, because like yeah, you do really well in life, and I've got far at a young age because of it, but it's almost like a curse at the same time, because you can just never switch off. While everyone's in the moment enjoying themselves, you're just kind of like, fuck, I could be doing this right now. I'm not doing any, like, I'm not progressing. And sometimes like I just find it really hard to relax. But for some reason over the new year, which is the point I was getting to, I kind of just like switched off and relaxed for like the first time in my life. I was kind of going through a lot of shit with my dog, like I mentioned in the last episode of No Filter, but like I think that just mentally drained me, and I literally played games for the first time in like 3 years. Like I literally got a Nintendo Switch and downloaded Mario Kart. I ordered a projector, which is still not come back. It's taking the piss, and I don't have any TVs in my house, because my point of like moving was like one of the points. I was like, I'm just gonna have like a quite minimalistic house. And I don't want like a ton of furniture and stuff like that, but now I've started to get a bit of furniture and wherever. But my point was to not have like any TVs in the house, so I didn't have any TVs. So I had to like get I had to get like a really small TV from like my mother, like, and it was like my old TV in my like old bedroom that she still had. It was like a smart TV, so you know we put that in the living room, and it just looked stupid in the living room because my living room is fucking massive and the TV is tiny. But like I literally just played like Mario Kart and stuff for like 3 days, and I like re-downloaded like Clash of Clans and played Clash of Clans, and kind of just felt like a normal person again, and just did normal stuff, and it was kind of cool. But I'm kind of over it now. Like I can't do it now. Like I'm kind of done. Like I just haven't, like, I just said to myself, like, as soon as that new year hits, like it's back on go mode. But there was like a week, I don't even think it was 2 weeks, I think it was like a week where I like kind of just laid off the gas. I didn't do like anything. Like I really didn't even pay attention to my business. I didn't do like anything at all. Like I just literally just like chilled, played video games, kind of ate a bit of shit, um, and just like relaxed, and just like didn't feel too guilty. I did feel still guilty, and I felt like I knew I shouldn't be doing this, but I also felt like I kind of needed it, because I've just been on go mode for like the last 4 years, 5 years. And so it was kind of nice, and I think it really helped me, because now I've just got, like, I'm just back in the game, like, more energy, more clarity, more focus to just absolutely smash this year. And I think that, like, 1 to 1.5 week, like, just of doing nothing, like, literally, and just playing games and just being, like, a regular guy that has nothing to worry about and not worrying about a single thing, it was kind of nice, and I think it's just really reset me. So what was the point of me saying that? The point of me saying that was just like, if you are feeling like overwhelmed, maybe and you've been working and grafting relentlessly, maybe it's okay to just take, like, if you feel like it, just take a week off and just do nothing and see what happens. See if it recharges you. Like, see if, like, I felt like I was almost like a reward to myself for doing everything. It was like, this is a reward. Enjoy it. But after this week or week and a half of you like binging like games and eating, not bad, but I still had bad, worse than what I normally do. But I had a bit of shit. Like, I think that was just more of like a, once this is done, and as soon as that new year kicks in, you got to be back at it. You can't negotiate, and then boom, wrote my goals, and we're sticking to them, and we're not breaking now. But yeah, it's interesting. I might, might try and balance it more, maybe, and see what happens. Like, I might sprinkle in a bit of Clash of Clans, sprinkle in a bit of Mario Kart, maybe once a week, and just have like, almost have like a day off once a week, and just see if it does anything for my mental. Like, I've tried everything, but there's something I've never tried, and I think maybe I'm being too hard on myself, and it was fun, and I think you gotta enjoy life. So that's where I'm at, and that's like the situation I'm in. Just, you don't have to. I think a lot of people think that someone in my position just works, and that is generally like 90% of the reality. Like, year is just a lot of fuck ton of work. It really is. Like, it's long days every day. Like, it is a high stress, high effort environment. But I think those little mental breaks, maybe like once a week, can do really well. I've been debating just doing like, maybe instead of like a day, like a full day off once a week, maybe I do like a little nice like relaxing at the end of the day. So I might test different things. I might like have it where I dedicate like half hour of the day to, or an hour at the end of the day if I do everything to, playing Mario Kart or playing Clash of Clans. Or I might test with that, and I might also test like at the end of the week, just simply having one day, like for example Sunday, where I just do absolutely nothing. But I don't know, because I don't want to get thrown off either, because I also like to take advantage of, like, when I'm in those periods of deep focus and I've got a lot of energy and I can like really smash tasks. I don't want to like go and do stuff like play games, because it just, like, I'm just wasting that energy that, you know comes and goes, right? So that's like where I'm at anyway. But yeah, we're gonna do a little co-op shop, and other than that, yeah, speak to you guys after we've done the little co-op run. What else? I have no idea. Where is the kitchen rolls? Right here. Okay. XXL absorb. Regina. What are we saying? Which kitchen roll do we go for? Huh. I think we go for the absorb. Yeah, I've just realized me recording in here is just not going to happen, because I'm like trying to hold a bunch of shit, and it's like, there's not a big enough place to get like a trolley, because there's no trolleys. I could have grabbed a basket, but I didn't. Now it's too late. So yeah, I'm gonna have to just stop recording because I can't hold my phone and hold all the stuff that I need to hold, because it's always one of those scenarios where you come in and you're like, I'm only gonna grab like a couple things, and then you end up grabbing more than what you thought. And if I'm to grab these right now, my phone's done. So sorry, but I'll see you in the car. We're back. Co-op shop done. Even though I'm tilted at an angle, this is the best camera angle I got. For some reason, my gimbal will not go in the same position it went in just now. So now we head back to the crib. I literally bought like kitchen roll appetizer, because that's like my favorite drink that I've only started drinking like very recently. Like, I usually only drink spring water, or like glass bottle spring water or glass bottle sparkling water, because I'm like very health conscious. But recently I've started to like treat myself with an appetizer every now and again. Not too bad of me. And other than that, I literally just couldn't carry 5 big glass bottles of appetizer and 2 big ass jumbo kitchen rolls. But this is going the wrong way. I'm gonna fucking crash. Fuck me. We're just gonna have to fucking hold this shit like this. This is like a makeshift thing. God damn! We got some speed in this boy. Wow. Wow. This is not the roads to be doing this on. Woo! God damn, boy! Yeah, these roads are waterlogged to fuck. Like, this shit's crazy, because obviously we're in the countryside, right? So, my house is in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, we'll take a look at this shit. Paul, driving through the countryside, back to your mansion, to work, because that's the reality. Look at this, water's everywhere. I shouldn't be doing this because I need to fucking service my car. And this will just do more damage. But, do I care? No, not really. To be honest, I really couldn't give a shit. I should have some deliveries coming back today though, because, you know, I've ordered a ton of shit for the house, like projectors and all this stuff, and none of it came back. So, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I ordered a Segway to get around my house faster, and I had a message of DPD this morning. Not the DPD, the people at the Segway people saying that DPD had on the 20th of December, they still haven't sent it. Now they've sent it back to them. Do I want a refund or do I want them to send Segway? What do you think? I want the fucking Segway. Why the fuck, like, like, bruh, just give me my order type shit. So, yeah, that's always fun. But yeah, I feel like I watch people, like, study people, like Sam Sulek, and this motherfucker is just so interesting. But then I have to remember, like, I can't be Sam Sulek, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Is like, especially bodybuilders and stuff. I see a lot of people now, like that, like trying to like blow up in the bodybuilding space, and they copying Sam Sulek, and I'm like, that's not how you do it. Like, you can kind of copy his format potentially and make it raw and uncut and edited, but you don't want to make it the same. Because what works for him isn't necessarily going to work for you, and you're not Sam Sulek, and you can't compete with Sam Sulek on being Sam Sulek, right? You can only be you, and no one can compete with you on being you, right? That's the advantage all of us have as content creators. That's the advantage all of us have as human beings. We're all extremely fucking unique, and if you embrace that uniqueness, you're in your own blue ocean. You have no competition. It's like, I can never compete with Alex Hormozi on being Alex Hormozi. I can never compete with Grant Cardone on being Grant Cardone. I can never compete with Sam Sulek on being Sam Sulek. I could try and copycat and do as best as I can, and I might get some, you know, some viewers. I might get some audience, but it's not authentic, and it's never gonna have, the audience is never gonna be there for me. It's just gonna be like the people that came from their audience. So like, I think you always want to like find your own style and be unique and embrace your own uniqueness, because I think moving forward, like, that's the only difference we're gonna have, especially when AI becomes a thing. Like, it's just all gonna be about that human interaction, and this type of stuff is gonna be rarer than ever, right? So I think just like documenting my life, documenting my journey is not only gonna be insightful for like my grandkids and my grandkids' kids and my 80-year-old self to look back on, but I just think it's also can be insightful for you guys to just see what it's like to, you know, live as a seven-figure entrepreneur, and not even to like be that kind of flexy guy, but just like what it's generally like what you can actually expect, and just for you guys to like get to know me and connect and just like, you know, see what's going on. So, yeah, sometimes I'm just thinking like, what can I talk about? But I guess it's just about being. I guess to answer my own question, it's just about being authentically you, right? And a lot of people with goldfish attention spans are going to click off and go on to the next video and get all the dopamine hits. But I guess over time, the real people that fuck with me, for me, will stay along. And so yeah, I think like if you want to be a content creator, if you want to like, I think attention's the new oil, and I think if you want to really gain an audience, and if it's something you enjoy doing, like I just really love and enjoy content creation. Um, and I don't necessarily do it for like money. Like I don't make money from YouTube or none of that stuff, right? I'm still very relatively small, and I couldn't care if I ever make money from YouTube or any of that stuff, right? Like I love this side of things. This is like a passion, but I also really enjoy running businesses, and I make my money from running businesses. And that's why I think it'll probably always be. If I make money from YouTube eventually, great. I'm not complaining. That's phenomenal. More money. But it's not a goal. It's just the goal is to really just like, it's more inner, it's more like an inner goal of just like documenting my life, and wherever happens. If there's one viewer, if there's 100 viewers, if there's a million viewers, 10 million viewers, 100 million viewers, a billion viewers, it doesn't make a difference. I'm going to be the exact same person. I'm not going to change. And this is just like the real raw, uncut, what's going through my head, day in the life, every single day. And just, yeah, hopefully you guys can take some lessons and insights from my journey, right? That's the whole point. So yeah, gonna go in the house and do some more work. Yeah. So I updated all the thumbnails on my YouTube channel. I've kind of got a theme going now. I think it looks sick. You know, I'll do the odd different thumbnail to test and to do different things when I do series like this. And the no filter episodes, I might mess with these and change them around. But I think this looks good. I think this is a solid like brand theme. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I've just refreshed all my old thumbnails. I've literally just been making them like, as you can see, boom, just been making a ton of different thumbnails in Canva. And I think they look pretty solid. So yeah. So we didn't quite complete the ABCDE list. I'm starting to feel tired now, so I'm probably gonna go to bed. I was gonna stay awake later, like I was gonna push myself, which I could easily do right now. And then I remembered I got a call at 8 p.m. So like I need to wake up by 8 p.m. and it's currently like 1. So yeah, not ideal. But instead I'm gonna try and go to sleep now, get like 7 hours, and then yeah, wake up just before 8 for that call. Then tomorrow I'm just going to dedicate the entire day to the webinar, and yeah, that should be good. But we didn't quite complete the ABCD list. There's a couple of things that we need to do. I kind of overshot my expectations, to be fair, and there's a couple of stuff that I did that wasn't on there that I didn't put on there. But yeah, we need to, there's like 3 things that I didn't complete on the A and B side. So yeah, we'll crack on with them tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow the main 2 things is gonna be the webinar and the short form content. So it's been hard to manage short form content while going so deep on YouTube, but yeah, that's for tomorrow. Hopefully the projector comes back today. Some sofas come back at some point. That would be nice. I've ordered them ages ago and still nothing back. So hopefully they come back today as well. But yeah, other than that, that's going to be it for this episode of No Filter, and I'll see you at the top. Peace.